I was searching around online for some monster figures, and I found some in 1/24th scale. They had almost all of the different ones: Frankenstein and Wolfman and Dracula, Phantom of the Opera, and Creature from the Black Lagoon. So I ordered that one. It's 1/24th scale. I ordered it from eBay Canada, and it was supposed to come from China, but I got it within a week, and it came from Mississauga, Ontario. So this is what I got. These little packages here, all in this little foam. So I'm going to open these up here and check it out. It's a little resin kit, I guess. So these are the 8 different figures that are available. Okay, I'm back. I've got the pieces unpackaged here. They're really nice detail. These look like the right size for 1/24th scale. And it's only so many few pieces, and it's pretty nicely detailed. Let's see if I can focus on that a little better. We've got the arms and legs, and then the plaque and the base. So that should just glue up nicely and then be ready for paint. Okay, so for my next build, I'm going to do this 1/24th scale 3D printed Creature from the Black Lagoon. And I just want to try and give you an idea of some of the detail and how small this is. And the detail is pretty amazing. I'm amazed by these 3D printed figure, and scales are on it and everything. And I'll try and put a couple of pictures up just to get the detail on it. The fingers and the toes and the scales and everything are amazing. So I'm just going to use a little super glue, not too many pieces, put it together and prime it, and begin the painting process. So here I have it just mocked up before I glue it together, and it's holding together pretty well, just pressed in place, and see how well it looks. I'm back in the paint booth, and I've given everything a couple of coats of the dark gray Stynylrez primer, and that should keep most of the detail intact. It goes on very nicely, dries very quickly, and doesn't cover up the detail. Bench again with my miniature Creature from the Black Lagoon. I've taken some craft paint here, the Hunter Green, and brushed it on over the dark gray Stynylrez primer. Most of the body, I've left the fins and stomach area primer because they're going to be a lighter color, different color. I've got the little sign that goes on the base here. I'll paint it up just with black on the wash underneath, and then some of the deco art deep red just around the edge and on the lettering. I was able to brush that on there, and on the base here I've just added a couple of other shades of dove gray and gray craft paint, and black wash over that, and a little bit of olive green dabbed on there. I might put a little bit of brown on there as well, just to add some interest and some dimension to it. So I've sealed these two here with Future, to a little bit shiny, just to seal that layer, and I'm going to do a couple of more layers of different colors of green and beige and so on the creature, a little bit of the deep red on his lips there, and I'll seal this with Mop and Shine just to give it the dull finish. And so stay tuned, we'll be back again with further updates. Here I am back again, and the Creature from the Black Lagoon is all done, 1/24th scale. And there's most of the paints I used. The deco art deep red for his lips and the lettering on the sign. Deco art Hunter Green, first coat over his body. And then I went over that, dry brushed some forest green, it's a little darker, and then dry brushed some lime green over the scales and that a little bit just along the edges. The folk art camel color on his stomach there and chest and nails. I did just some yellow for his eyes, and then finally I went over with the folk art brushed metal. It's called this. I use it for brass for my carburetors. Usually when I'm doing cars, I just did light dry brushing over the scales and over the different edges here on his skin, just to give it a bit of a shimmering reflective look, a bit of a fishing lure shimmer, and a bit on his scales. I did some of the camel on his scale as well, and lime green, and a bit of the brass color there, the brushed metal. I did a few washes. I did a brown panaline wash too over his stomach and his hands and feet. I've done the base here in a couple of different shades of gray and a little bit of mossy green and forest green and some brown washes, and sealed that with Mop and Shine. I've got about 3 or 4 coats of Future on here as well. You can make him shiny, as he would be wet most of the time and scaly, and so I thought he should look fish-like. So there's his little base. You can put him on there, line up the pins. I'm not going to glue him on for now in case I decide to move him around. But he stands up, as you see, he stands up on his own, and he stands up on the base. Again, I think it really came out nice, a lot of nice detail. And I got his eyes on there, and his mouth came out really nice. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned. We'll see what we have coming up next.